Having a Kundali in your pocket, in your phone, in your tablet will come handy, because whenever there is a transit and you are watching such videos, you can directly go to your horoscope and check how it is related to your own horoscope. How is the Dasha Mahadasha right now running in your life? And for that you can book a Kundali PDF report, which is an elaborate report, a system generated 300 plus pages report, which caters to your need of all the astrology data. It feeds you with not only your basic charts but also detailed Shodash work chart, divisional charts, all the types of Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardashas, and also an overview of 10 years of your life with current year predictions. This gives you a great guidance and a bird's eye view of your life in the future, how the future holds for you, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to take that step that you are thinking of. So book your Kundali PDF today and keep the destiny in your own hands. You will get a bonus numerology section if you book our detailed Kundali PDF. For more types of PDF reports catering to different yogas, catering to all the 20-year analysis, 10-year analysis, check out the website.
Pisces. Now for Pisces, Leo is in the 6th house. 6th house is basically for competition, for running the day-to-day activity. It's your job, it's your service, it's people who serve you. It's also called house of enemies. And when Mars and Ketu comes in the 6th house, especially when Mars is your 2nd lord, Mars is your 9th lord, it goes in the 6th house, it reminds you who your enemies are, what is your true potential, who you should fight, what you should fight, what are the odds that you're going to face. So it is going to make you take some bold decisions, something that you have never done before. Because Mars on one side brings passion and energy, Ketu gives you the spiritual, I will say, outlook. Now you will have to see how good is your Mars in your birth chart, because if your Mars is positive, definitely this is going to make you win. It is going to make you drive to fight the injustice. It is going to make you become a political leader. This is going to make you serve the nation. This is going to make you remember that you are a potent force, and with a proper rule and under the rule of law, you can actually help so many people. So say for example, if you're a lawyer, if you're into police, if you're into forces, well, Mars and Ketu in the 6th house is actually going to help you a lot in creating a name for yourself, in finding meaning of life. But on the other hand, where Mars is giving you the willpower, Ketu is giving you also the detachment. So it's a selfless sacrifice, which is good. But imagine that your Mars is extremely negative. There are two ways to look at it. If Mars is negative, but still there's a positive Jupiter in the chart, this can make you a healer. It can make you a surgeon, it can make you a doctor. It can make you a counselor, where you're dealing with people's problem. Ultimately, you are surrounded with problems, but not yours, but people's. But if your Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, all are negative in the chart, this can mean chronic health issues. This can mean challenges from your family. This can mean that it can cause unnecessary inflammation in the chart. This also shows karmic debts, power struggle, unnecessary enemies coming your way, diseases, ego fights. And in that case, you may have to pray to the Ma Bhagavati. And you should chant certain stotras, which has to be said according to the birth chart. Or at least chant Hanuman Chalisa. And for some who are initiated, can chant Bajrang Baan. But anything done with an act of vengeance is going to be dealt severely, because Saturn is over your ascendant. And a planet on ascendant will supersede anything that is in any other house. Now, for Saturn, if Saturn has to do something, it will use Mars and Ketu. Mars and Ketu is in the prarabdha of both your ascendant, your moon sign, as well as your Saturn. So in that case, you will see that you will be asked to leave so many things. You will be asked to quit so many things. So basically, if you're a smoker or you're an alcoholic, you want to quit these things, you want to quit bad habits, Saturn will make you do. If you don't do, Saturn will give you some disease. It will warn you. If you still don't do, then Saturn will use Mars and Ketu to create a devastating scenario in your family or life, and ultimately you will have to quit all the negativity. So better to walk into the path of and using willpower and Ketu's spirituality and power of detachment. You focus on public service, you focus on humanitarian service, you focus on leaving the unnecessary behind, the toxicity behind, and focus only on the positive, only on the optimistic. And in this case, you may have to take help of astrologer, medical professionals, counselors, so don't hesitate in that. Don't sit on the problem, solve it. Now, this is definitely going to work brilliantly for a lot of people who wants to go overseas, who wants to switch their job, who wants to re-establish or reshuffle the hierarchy, especially if you're a big company owner and you want to make your company a little leaner, you want to cut down on the operational cost and you want to fight the competition. This can create a wonderful scenario. It will give you ideas, it will give you a lot of focus. One of the reason is Venus transit. If you see Venus, it is moving in your second house, in the sign of Aries, and then it goes in the sign of Taurus. Both houses are your second and third house. So Venus is going to give you a lot of power, and Venus is the agent of transformation, your 8th lord. So in this case, I will say creative people, creative expression will reign supreme, and I'll just say that it is better to dump certain aggression, certain animosity behind and move ahead of certain war and fight legally, lawfully, only if it is utmost necessary. Otherwise, Mars and Ketu is famous, where we say, mitti dalo. Just forget it, burn it, bury it. Don't let it simmer in your heart. Forget it. This is a great time to forgive someone. So do forgiveness meditation, and it's also a time to focus on your health. So you can move to a gym, you can do yoga.